Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Chubby Tavares. Stepping out tonight.
Hey, girl. I think I'm gonna take you for a little fly. You know what I mean?
Work it, baby, work it.
Just pick you up at 9.
I just wanna take you out tonight.
Wanna take you out
Stepping
tonight.
out tonight. Stepping, baby, stepping. Let me see you move.
See you
I wanna
move.
see you work it. Show what you can do. I just wanna take you out tonight.
Take you out tonight.
Stepping out tonight.
Hey, girl. I gotta tell you something. The way your body moves in that dress, I say, ha ha, every time. Oh, 'cause it just don't make no sense for you to be so fine. Hey,
Take you out tonight.
I wanna take you out tonight.
Stepping out tonight. Stepping, baby, stepping. Let me see you move.
See you
I wanna
move.
see you work it. Show what you can do. I just wanna take you out
Wanna
tonight.
take you out tonight.
Stepping out tonight.
Keep on stepping. Hold up, don't worry about the tab, 'cause all drinks are on me. Girl, didn't you know that you're rolling with the real OG?
That's me.
Who, me? And there's not another man on earth that understands your needs, 'cause when you came,
Into my life.
everything was wrong.
But you made it alright.
Oh, you take 2 steps to the left,
Alright.
2 steps to the right.
Hey.
I just wanna keep on stepping with you all night. I see you, girl.
Just step, step, step. Hey.
Whoa. Yeah, I love the way you move. Woo.
Just step, 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 step.
Here you go, girl. I love the way you move. Hey, 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 yeah. Whoa, whoa. Yeah. Sierra Cabo Verde. Punto Fra. Oh, Cabo Verde would say, I love the way she moves.
2 steps to the left.
Go ahead and take it.
2 steps to the right.
Go ahead and take it. I just wanna keep on stepping with you, baby, every night.
2 steps to the right.
I love the way you move.
Welcome back to another edition of the Hell of a TV show, also Excitement Worldwide Concerts and Events, and I'm your host, Michael, Mr. Excitement Jacobs. And before we introduce our legendary guest, let me introduce you to our special guest host. He's the morning man from ClassicSoul1075.com's Murph in the Morning, Mr. Ken Murphy, a.k.a. Big Murph in the building.
Oh, man. Thank you, Mike. Let me get my wallet out. I'm going to swipe this credit card for you on that introduction. I like that, man.
Thank you.
I'm blessed. Thank you so much for having me here with you.
Thank you. As always, man.
Thank you.
We put together Disco Explosion, Legends of Disco. But without further ado, we have to introduce our brother in the building,
Absolutely.
all the way from Florida, in the house, lead voice of the legendary group Tavares, and we're here also to talk about his brand new solo album entitled
Amazing Ride.
Mr. Chubby Tavares.
Hey,
I'm clapping
what's
too.
going on? What's going on?
Pleasure to have you here, man.
Pleasure
have
to
you
be here.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
It's been a long road. And
But you back
Chubby's
feeling right.
Yes,
So this is your third solo album.
correct.
First one was Jealousy, which was a gospel CD, which is really, really good work right there. The second one, Can't Knock Me Down, some great songs on there, including a song I believe that you had wrote for your son, Silent
Yes,
Whisper.
Silent
I love that song.
Yes,
And the new album, Amazing Ride.
that's right. That one there was actually, it was incorporated for people to understand all the years that the brothers have been together, that we've been on an amazing ride.
Right.
So that's what that particular song was about.
And Can't Knock Me Down and also Amazing Ride, both produced by legendary producer Mr. Preston Glass.
Mr. Preston wrote all the songs. You know what I'm saying? He had a couple of guys that did some producing with him, which was great. But Preston is the man. Preston is the man.
Right. And you recorded both the albums in L.A., correct?
I actually did all three of them in L.A.
Okay.
The first one was done, but that was done in Sherwood Oaks,
Okay.
California. But then the other two were done at Preston's garage,
Right.
which was great sound.
Right. And it's 10 tracks on that album.
Yes, there is.
And you know, you did a remake to Can't Knock Me Down. Was that a remix?
What happened with that song, we did it, and we loved the way we did it. We had a guy in England that wanted to remake it. So we did it, and we sent him the way we did it, and he remade it. And it's a blast.
Right.
It's a great song to sing.
And you did a slamming track with Miss Patty Brooks.
Oh, yeah. That's, another day, wasn't in no hurry, just chill. Yeah, that was a great song, you know. And you feel like that is the song that's the hit.
That song plays on Murph's show every day. He's throwing that on.
Man,
Up-tempo.
I'll tell you. Hey, you know, let me tell you what makes it so good is that Mike listens to the show all the time, right? So Mike says, Murph, you know, I want to request a song, because you can request, because I'm on live, so you can request a song. And Mike, he requests stuff, and I'm like, Mike, you were reading my mind, because it was up next. So he had requested that song with Patty Brooks, and I was like, Mike, you know, that's coming up. When he played it, I jumped up. Sometimes I forget that I'm actually playing the song, because I'm up dancing to it. I'm like, yeah, this is my song. And I'm like, hey, wait, Murph, you know, you programmed the show. You better get back to what you're doing. I got so caught up into the song. But, you know, I just want to say to everybody who's watching this right now that this album, Amazing Ride, is an amazing ride for you, like you say, you and your brothers, but it has taken on a whole different meaning for you, knowing, you know, not too long ago you suffered a heart attack. So one of the songs on the album kind of was like, it preceded, and it seems like you had some sort of like telepathy of maybe this happening because of the song. I mean, and the song actually kind of was early, and I don't know. I'm listening. I listen to the song, and I think about how you've done the song way before, you know, your medical incident, right? And
Yeah.
and it was amazing. And I'm choked up right now, because to have you sitting here and to know what you went through, and then to listen to that song and how they both come together, you know, it is amazing and a blessing that the Lord is like, you know, he had his hand in this.
The Lord
you know.
had his hand in it.
Sure
and,
did.
You know, I go back and I look at this, and I say this to everyone, so they really should really listen, because it is a blessing that I am still here. But when you get to my age, and not that I overlook things, because I never do that. People, please listen. This is a very important thing, because it can happen to anybody, okay? It can happen to anybody. But listen, that anything that touches you at this age, don't be afraid to go to the doctor, because the more that you put it off, the worse it's going to be. Go to the doctor, have yourself checked out, because that's the most important thing, man. I was 15 to 20 minutes from not being here anymore. So you really have to It can happen to the best of us. So please, make sure that you take this in stride of anything. When you get to my age, anything. Dial 911.
Right. You know.
Absolutely.
That's right.
I was praying. I told Mike when Mike told me. I said, Mike, you know, my prayer is for you to bounce back and live a productive life, even if you're not singing anymore, but just to be productive and be able to just do the things you enjoy doing, even if it means not being on stage anymore. I just wanted to see you just come through this and just be Chubby Tavares and just live your life, you know, in a manner that you can be conducive to what it is that you do, being with your family, you know, getting around, doing the things that you want to do. And if singing was a part of that, then what a gravy, you know.
That's how I feel. I feel, you know, I'm getting better and better each and every day. Mr. Glass, Preston Glass, my personal producer, he's been through some challenging things himself in the last year or so.
Right.
But him and I talk about it all the time. Like he says, we have more music to make.
Yes, amen.
Absolutely.
Amen.
I'm still here, and I bless the good Lord because that's what it's all about,
Absolutely.
man. It just wasn't my time, and he said, no way.
Right.
He said, you're going to be around for a little while. So I bless him for blessing me.
You know, and that's a blessing. You know, I wanted to say this. You know, and you know, all the years with your brothers, you know, and then stepping out, you know, and doing a solo project. How is the mindset different from being with a group of people as opposed to being in the studio yourself and doing this, you know, solo project?
I love every day that I work with my brothers.
Right.
It's just, especially now, I mean, it's like coming back from where I was, but my brothers all mean something
Right.
to me.
Right.
And that will continue until the good Lord says it's time to go.
Right, absolutely.
Okay, but my brothers are all, my brother Ralph has been so, what's the word? He's been my hero.
Right.
Because as I went through this, he's also had some heart problems. And he looks at me and he says, I can't believe how great you look and what you're doing and the fight back that you had.
Right.
Within, I want to say 3 hours after I had my operation, I was already up walking.
Wow. Wow.
Because I had it in my mind when I went in. And I told the doctor, he said, what do you expect when you go in? And I said, if I open my eyes, I know I made it.
Right.
Absolutely.
You know, if I don't open my eyes, that means that I'll see you in another life.
Right.
You know, but the good Lord said it wasn't time.
It wasn't time.
So, but my brother Ralph has been really, really, I mean, he calls me up every week, wants to make sure that I'm doing okay.
Right.
We trade and make sure that we're both doing the same things about eating, you know, because diet and exercise means a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So we stay on top of each other with it, you know, and it's a great feeling to know
Sure.
that your brothers are so close.
Are you still juicing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Now it's like juicing, going to the gym, because I have a gym where I live, the walking, lots of water. You got to do it. And if you don't do that, you're wasting your life. I mean, my girlfriend has been phenomenal.
Right.
She stays on my diet with me. She does everything that I'm supposed to have, so I am not losing anything. So, I mean,
Right.
kudos to Sherry.